everyone, welcome back to my YouTube video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're loving all my videos, make sure you click that subscribe button. That way, when I drop a new video, you get the notification. So last week, we talked about the do's and don'ts when it comes to your food truck business. Today, we're going to talk about how to operate your business effectively. That way you can become super successful. So, you bought your food truck already, you're ready to go, you're ready to get started and go on the road. But what you don't know is it doesn't just take cooking your food to become a successful business owner. There's a lot of components that come into play when it comes to your food truck business. So today we're going to discuss 5 main components. That way you can succeed and strive in your food truck business. So the first main component is marketing. In order for you to have a successful business, you have to market your business. What that includes are things like your social media presence, so TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all those things. You want to make sure you include that and have a nice, beautiful brand and layout for your food truck. Now, even though you're just cooking food, people love to see the type of food that you're cooking and what it looks like. Also, including customer reviews and things that you're offering for your food truck business is also key. Marketing also includes a new concept or a cool concept and a good menu. So depending on what you're doing, make sure you make it unique, make it different, make the words funky or the font super crazy. That way it attracts a customer and makes you stand out. And then a strong brand identity is also part of your marketing. So this includes your wrap design. What this looks like on the exterior also makes people catch their eye and turn left or turn right when you're on the highway. They may even want to call you for an event, for something like a wedding or some type of birthday. Things like that matter. So marketing is super key when it comes to your food truck business. The second main component is employment. So finding the right employees for your business. The reason why I say this is because nowadays a lot of people don't like to work. But once you have the perfect staff, you'll be able to provide an amazing experience to your customers. So making sure that you're properly training them on the values and morals of your food truck business. Yes, it's just cooking, but at the end of the day, you're still having to deliver that product to the customer. They still have to have a great experience. There still needs to be attention to detail. And there's so many things that entail having a good employee and a great customer service experience. Third main component are food sales. So keep in mind when it comes to the food, of course, that's basically what makes or break your business. If you can't cook, you're not going to make any sales. So be sure to invest in high quality food. Don't make your food chewy and nasty or undercooked, what have you. Just make sure that you're purchasing high quality food. That way you're able to ensure great quality and delicious fresh food. Just also be prepared when it comes to food sales. Like I've mentioned before, make sure you make adjustments and listen to your audience, get some feedback, do a little survey box, what have you. That way you're able to adjust. Even if there's no feedback, just keep track of your sales and see what food sales are selling and which ones aren't. That way you're able to adapt and see what's new or what's not working for you, what have you. Also with food sales, consider offering special deals or do a promo or do some type of Christmas deal. Whatever it is that you want to offer, make sure you're offering some type of incentive. That way it prompts people to buy more instead of buying less. When they know that they're going to be able to get their 6th meal for free or 50% off, they're more prone to purchasing more food in the future versus not coming back at all. The fourth component is cleanliness. When it comes to cleanliness, this means literally everything on your food truck, down to the equipment, to your hands, everything. Hygiene and cleanliness is key. When you're not following all the regulations, you can get in trouble. Sometimes you can get cited because there was a pop-up inspector or even worse, shut down. So you don't want to have that when it comes to your business because it's super embarrassing to find out that someone got shut down because they found something or something was dirty, something wasn't of code. And these are things that are public record to a lot of people. And if you don't know that, now you know. So make sure that you're keeping everything clean and in order. A couple quick tips that I'm gonna give you when it comes to cleanliness is making sure that at the end of every day that you work, you're cleaning everything down, sanitizing when it comes to the surfaces, cleaning your equipment down, making sure there's no grease. Also, when it comes to your hood system, a lot of people don't realize this, but it gets really sticky because over time, if you do have an exhaust fan and a hood vent, you have to make sure you take out the filters and wash them down with some soap and water. Try not to use too much bleach, but for surfaces, you can clean with a spray bottle and some antibacterial spray, what have you. There are so many different ways to clean the surfaces. Also, just making sure you're rinsing out and washing and letting your stuff soak. So like your pots, your pans, your knives, any utensils, anything like that, let it sit in the water. That's what the 3-compartment sink is for. So you have your wash, your rinse, and you have your sanitize station where you're able to just let it sit in water, dip a little tiny bit of bleach, that way it sanitizes properly. Another thing you want to consider is your oil. So a lot of people may not be frying, but for those who are frying, make sure you're exchanging your oil out at least once to twice every 2 to 3 weeks. It really just depends on how often you're frying. If you're frying a lot, chances are you're probably gonna have to swap out your oil every single week, but you can clean it out every couple of days, filter it, and reuse it. But you don't want to get to the point where your oil is black, because over time, if an inspector sees that your oil is black, chances are you're not cleaning your oil properly. So make sure that you're cleaning your fryer and make sure that you're dumping out your old oil. That way you don't have dark black oil, because this can ultimately also affect the taste of your food. Also, date mark everything. Whatever you open and unseal, make sure that you have some type of mark on there, a date, whatever, expiration date. If you opened up a container of chicken or a rack of chicken, make sure that you put the date that you opened it, the date that you seasoned it. That way you're able to keep track of expiration dates. These are things that inspectors look for, so just make sure you keep that in mind when it comes to the organization inside your actual refrigerator. My final and last component will be events, and I will always say this because this can literally maximize your sales. I'm not gonna lie when I tell you this. You will maximize all your sales in your food truck when you go to events, but make sure that you pick the right ones. I will be doing a video on how to find the right events in the future, but just keep in mind that when you go to events, whether it's a wedding, whether it's catering, whether it's a neighborhood community event, it doesn't matter what it is, festival, fairs, make sure you're a part of it all, because not only that are you just making more sales, but you're also exposing your brand to more opportunities. If I were to go to a fair and I really love the food and I know someone who's having a wedding that has a food truck, then I can always refer them to you or what have you. So just keep that in mind, because number one, it's great for sales, and two, it's great for exposure. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube video. If you did like this video, make sure you click that like button and that you subscribe. That way you're getting all future notifications every time I drop a new video. If you have any questions, or if you would like to learn more about how to get started with your food truck business, or if you need a builder, make sure that you check out my website at dreamsgonemobile.com.